your boy out here on Boruto reviews. Um, it's kind of sad to see the curse marks being taken care of within such a quick manner, but at the same time, we actually get to understand, I think, a little bit more of what the show is kind of introducing in the fact of what's actually possible in the overall world. And I mean, to be fair, I pretty much knew that, we were gonna see this curse mark absolutely be obliterated. And can we at least admire that it got a JoJo bit of an ending, He straight up gave this man the the fist of just absolutely destruction. So I thought that was pretty awesome in the grand scheme of things. But overall, with the whole curse marks and where the series could possibly have potential is not only do they have this element of like sustaining more like base of the world, like they're giving us more maybe what people kind of expected to be around the world, like people expect Orochimaru, people expect, a lot of different entities that we've seen around the Naruto verse to still be going, on strong on their inventions and whatever they want to. But at the same time, we get this instance of or understanding that Orochimaru has three people practically who are at the capable level of maybe almost like an Osuski member, right? Like I'm not saying they could defeat an Osuski member by themselves. But let me know what you guys think of that. Could these one out of these three, I mean, now that so much time has passed as well, I'm talking about these versions of them. They might be even kind of, I think this might have just showcased that they're weaker than they used to be. So I don't know if you want to use these versions. You might want to go back to the war arc. Um, but to be fair, do you? I think the war arc versions of them can definitely take out an Osuski member. Nonetheless, at least hold their own against one. But what I want to really know is how is Orochimaru orchestrating these guys without anyone like really knowing? You know what I mean? Like he straight up has these people uh, going and fighting pretty much a fight on curse marks that he practically invented. Yes, he's well, he didn't. I don't think he invented Juzo in general, but after Juzo was around, he's the one who really took from it and created the most out of it. And to think that all of it is, you know, just got retconned with this new people that, or well, this new guy that brought up a whole little experiment to having two kids who can push a neck collar and activate it. He ends up losing all of his power after getting absolutely bodied. Let me see if I can actually get Dio in so you can see the move I'm talking about. But it's weird to me that this all goes out this way, and then after facts. Oh my God, that's sick. That's pretty much what happened to that man, though. He just got straight punched to oblivion. Absolutely loved it. I think that was a little bit of a shout out to JoJo. I think after seeing how many people actually enjoy this, it was kind of obvious that they should go with it, and it looked pretty dope. Even though a character who's not even that big got to do it, so be sure that we'll probably see some more of it, in my opinion. But that all being said, the guy is still alive, and the three people who we pretty much for sure guaranteed know are in cahoots with Orochimaru to the sense of like they were afraid of Orochimaru's overall like what is going to happen if he hears about this. You know what I mean? Like they clearly got to go back to him and tell him what happened and all this different stuff. So it kind of comes down to now what uh what could Orochimaru, really understand out of this guy and what he just did in the senses of, maybe even pushing Juzo to a limit that Orochimaru hasn't seen, like the thing he actually made for him to inject into Juzo to make him go insane like that. What if there's some way he can capitalize on that to, I don't know, boost himself or other people, at any given time when you're down and out, you just stab, you get yourself a adrenaline puff, and boom, bam, you're back in, So with the Orochimaru, I wouldn't put anything past him. The only thing now that I'm really interested in is if they'll ever introduce or like utilize that character they captured. They're probably gonna take him to Orochimaru. He's probably gonna do whatever he wants on figuring out how he got to where he is, and then what happens then. You know what I mean? Like, does this man get bodied? But the one thing that I'm really gonna be talking about that really, really has me excited, and this just goes more towards something else I wanted to just throw out there as well. Um, there is a hint, a very good hint that the anime is finally taking its chances and actually going with some of the more manga heavy material that well, not heavy, but some more just manga-esque turns, which if anybody's read a manga or seen it, oh my god, I'm dying, and seen the corresponding anime, sometimes things just don't line up, like speed of how the story's being told, or just the overall narrative in general just doesn't sometimes line up. But in this case, what we are getting, in my opinion, is one of the more cooler things because not only are we getting a little hint that this girl is going into the medical, like the ninja science part of everything because of her pet and like her summon, but there was really no reason for her to do such a thing. And I'm talking about the girl on Team 5, I believe they are. Um, they had no reason, she had no reason to do this because of how powerful she was. She's the leader of her team. She's the student council, or she's the student leader or whatever of the class. She had all these things going for her. She's probably one of the best water jutsu people we've seen who can just use it besides our boy who we just showed up and just showing us like, oh no, she's not the best water jutsu person. I probably am. Like those are the two best water jutsu people we know of that are alive right now. Besides the water, the hidden mist, which they don't help anybody but themselves, seemingly. But yeah, with her saying she wants to do this, it goes back to the manga and just kind of gives us that inkling of, hey, we are done telling our own story, and we're probably going to start catching up with what is actually supposed to have more of the dedicated attention to. And from where I'm sitting, this is looking pretty fun. Like Boruto hasn't, uh, you know, lost my attention in the sense of overall building this narrative, overall building this world around Boruto and the group. It just feels like when you see the preview and it's Mitsuki taking care of a cat next week, you're just like, oh man, we really went from a curse mark that could have been spread across the world to next week we're taking care of a cat that might boost up Mitsuki's self-esteem or his some type of character development for him. You know what I mean? It's like, please have another curse mark arc right here. But like I was saying, the manga comparisons or like the manga being something in the future, this cat could lead to being something a part of that or something like maybe trailing off and Mitsuki seeing what she's doing or working on. Who knows? But I think it's really nice to see that we're getting some links to the manga, and I mean, there was a lot of stuff that never even happened in the anime, or there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the anime but never actually occurred in the manga. So to think that this is kind of the couple of times they've actually gone back and, or like they're actually going in and sharing continuity again since like the movie, so it's pretty wild. Not to mention she doesn't even want to tell Boruto and everybody else about it. So Boruto finding out and going there is part of the manga, I believe. So if he hasn't found out or if he doesn't find out about it, that still gives us a good time period on when we can foresee the manga actually coming. So I apologize if that spoils you, but that little bit of information in the anime gives us that much more closer information of being in the manga. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case it is when you're watching this. I am the Anime G, and I hope you have an amazing one. And yeah, let me know how you're feeling about this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been giving me so far. I hope I can live up to your expectations and keep grinding on this daily grind with y'all. So let's get it. Talk to you later. Peace.